comment,
and subscribe for more content.
Where's the notification bell?
It's to the right of you.
Oh.
What's up, guys? It's DK Wrestler here, and in today's video, we're going to talk about the brand new wave of Pokemon Funko Pops. But before that happens, make sure you press the subscribe button for more content like this video in the future, and press the little bell beside it to be notified of when that future content gets released. But anyways, guys, let's check it out. So like I said, in today's video, we're going to be discussing about the brand new wave of Pokemon Funko Pops that just got announced by Funko. Now, first, I'm going to talk about this wave overall before I dissect individually of what I think about these Funko Pops. So for this wave, I do think it's actually a pretty decent wave, especially because this wave only has 3 Funko Pops, which I'm pretty sure is the lowest amount of Pops featured in a wave of Pokemon Pops since Funko has introduced waves in 2020. Normally, I think there's 4 Funko Pops in a wave of Pokemon Pops, but I do like the idea of 3 just because I'd rather see 3 Pokemon Pops than 4, considering that most likely if we had a wave of 4 Pokemon Pops, guaranteed that that 4th pop in this wave would most likely be another Pikachu pop. And I'm sure a lot of you guys are sick and tired of seeing another Pikachu pop being made, probably the 27th one or whatever number they're at now for Pokemon Pops. So I'm glad that they just went the route of 3 Pokemon Pops this time around. But another thing that I do enjoy about this wave, and I feel like maybe a lot of people would enjoy about this wave, is the fact that every single pop in this wave of Pokemon Pops are actually all from different generations. Normally we see a huge set of Gen 1, maybe for that one wave we had one Gen 2 Pokemon, but I think all 3 of these Pokemon Pops are from 3 different generations. So I guess I'll dive into the very first Pokemon Pop we'll talk about in this video, and that is Alakazam, which is from Gen 1 and is the, I guess, top evolution or the last evolution to Abra, and then it's Kadabra, and then we got Alakazam, which I think is pretty decent. Obviously, this is a Gen 1 Pokemon, and it makes sense that, of course, Funko needs to do at least one Generation 1 Pokemon because of the fact that I feel like Gen 1 would sell more than the other generations. Obviously, we've seen it in the past with a lot of the Pokemon Pops, and usually the Kanto region is the more popular region. The overall design of Alakazam is pretty decent for what it is. I feel like they could have done something, I don't know, there's something about it where maybe I wish the arms were more out or something and it's ready to do some sort of pose rather than just the Pokemon just standing there. I felt like they could have done something like that just to make it a little bit more cool, even though it's still a pretty cool pop. The yellow color is awesome. It's spot on. You got the brown, that's awesome. He's holding the, I believe it's the spoons in his hands. That is really cool. And the one thing I do like about this Funko Pop compared to really a lot of Funko Pops is the way they did the head sculpt, because I find that with a lot of the head sculpts for not only just the Pokemon Pops, but any lineup of Pops, is that they take the normal head sculpt of like your regular ovally circle head, and then for certain pieces they just add different pieces. But it looks like for the way that Alakazam's head is, they made a completely new head sculpt, which is really, really cool. Even you can see on some of the newer Pokemon Pops we're going to be talking about today, where you got that normal like ovally Funko Pop head that all Funko Pops had for heads, and then just with added pieces to it with the 2 that we're going to talk about today. But with this Alakazam, I really like the way they did the head sculpt, and that's not so much of the fact that you can tell that it's just the normal head sculpt and then just added pieces to it. It just looks like it was made as one entire different piece. And I'm not mad at the fact that they didn't make Abra and Kadabra before Alakazam, because I feel like more people would like Alakazam more than they would like Abra and then Kadabra. So I'm glad that they went down the route of Alakazam as the Funko Pop they made, and then maybe in the future they will make Abra and Kadabra. Then the next Funko Pop we're going to discuss about is the Sylveon Funko Pop, which is really surprising to see. It is one of the evolutions in which Funko has already made, actually, if you think about it, 4 different variants of Eevee, where you have the sitting Eevee, and it's got the normal one and the flocked variant that was a WonderCon exclusive, and then you had the attack stance Eevee, I'm pretty sure, where it's just the normal one, and then you had the Diamond Collection version from Festival of Fun / NYCC Part 2 from from 2021. And then obviously we had the Gen 1 evolutions with Vaporeon, Flareon, and Jolteon with Diamond Collection variants that went to various Comic-Cons in 2021. So it's really cool now that Funko is diving more into the evolutions in Funko Pop form, and I'm not mad at the fact that they started off with Sylveon. I think Sylveon has a cool look to it, and I think it was a perfect evolution to start off with. I know obviously there is Leafeon and Umbreon and Espeon, and I think there's one more, Glaceon, I think, and that's the last one I'm forgetting about, that obviously can be made. The overall design of Sylveon is really cool. I like the way that it translated into Funko Pop form and the way they use the colors and everything. Obviously, what I was trying to explain about earlier about the head is exactly what I was meaning with this, where you can totally tell it's the normal Funko Pop head, and then there's added pieces to it, but it still looks great, and I love the colors used, obviously, the exact colors for Sylveon, and I think it looks really cool. I don't exactly know, in my opinion, if this is my favorite evolution they made in Funko Pop form. It might still be Vaporeon, to be honest, but I'm glad that they made Sylveon for this wave, considering that this opens up the door for Funko to do the other evolution pops that go along with this set. Obviously, Eevee being kind of like the secondary mascot to Pikachu. So I'd rather see Funko for the next few waves, because there probably will be at least 2 or 3 more waves to be announced in 2022, where every wave would have an evolution pop, where we would see then Leafeon, Glaceon, Umbreon. There's one more I'm forgetting for some reason, and I probably said it earlier, but that one too. And that would be great, instead of, let's say, having another Pikachu pop being added to the Pokemon lineup, and I'm sure everyone would be excited for that. And then the last Pokemon pop I'm going to be discussing about, the third and final one of this wave, is Lucario, which, to be honest, my personal favorite Pokemon in this wave, just because of my experience of using him in games like Pokemon Go, where I feel like using this Pokemon helped me in a lot of battles. And I think the overall design of Lucario in this pop form is pretty cool. I love the colors that they used here. Obviously, those are the colors, and they pop out really well in this Funko Pop. And if I'm not mistaken, I could be wrong, but I think I'm correct on this. This is actually the very first fighting type Pokemon that Funko has made. And I should have mentioned also that I think the Sylveon pop is actually the very first fairy type Pokemon made. I could be wrong on that. I know they've made a lot of psychic type Pokemon, which is what Alakazam is. They did Mewtwo, Mew, Mr. Mime, among others that I can't think of off the top of my head. But I know for a fact that Lucario, which is the pre-evolution to, oh my god, why am I forgetting the name? Hold up, I gotta search this up.
A few moments later.
Riolu. I almost forgot for a second. I had to search it up. Riolu is the last evolution to Lucario. Okay, before you guys bombard me with comments, I definitely meant to say that Riolu is the pre-evolution to Lucario, not what I said, which was the other way around. So I just wanted to get that over and done with before I get bombarded with comments. So let's get back to the video. And I think Lucario is awesome. Glad that Lucario is being made into Funko Pop form. However, I wish that my boy Machamp was going to be the very first ever fighting type Pokemon, because that is one of my favorite Pokemon. But nonetheless, I think Lucario will be a big seller and might actually, in my opinion, I feel, could be the bigger seller. Actually, now as I think about it, I'm going to retract that statement, because most likely the biggest seller of this entire wave will most likely be the Sylveon to go along with the Eevee and the rest of the evolution. But I feel like, in my opinion, Lucario looks the best with the pose and everything that is involved with this Funko Pop. I think they did a very great job, and my more personal reaction towards this Pokemon is why it's also my favorite Pokemon Pop in this entire wave. Anyways, guys, that is going to be the end of today's video. If you enjoyed today's video on the brand new Pokemon Funko Pops, make sure you smash that like button. Comment in the comment section below and let me know, do you enjoy or do you not enjoy this wave of Pokemon Funko Pops? And what Pokemon do you still hope that Funko will make in the near future? Like I mentioned, I definitely would love to see Machamp. And like I said earlier, press the subscribe button for more content like this video in the future, and press the little bell beside it to be notified of when that future content gets released. But anyways, guys, thank you for watching today's video, and hope to see you guys next time. 1, 2, 3, I'm out of here. Follow us on all of our social media platforms on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram at A Funko Popcast. If you want to check out some of our other content that's featured on our channel, you can click either the playlist that's on your screen right now featuring previous episodes of our weekly podcast, A Funko Popcast, or we have suggested a video for you guys in relation to today's video.